So, I got something to say. I feel like I can speak for probably a majority of the loners. Maybe not all loners, but I feel like I can speak for a majority of the loners when I say this. So, a lot of people mistake the concept of being a loner. Now, I feel like some people understand why loners even exist, but there are some people who they don't really understand. In fact, there's some people that get offended by people who are loners. But let me tell you something. One of the reasons why, and honestly, this may be the main reason why a lot of us actually decide to be loners, because to be a loner is a choice. You can say, oh, I'm a loner because I have to be. You can say that, but we have to understand that everything is about decisions. Everything is about choices that we make. To be a loner is a choice. A lot of us choose to be loners because we see people play both sides. I don't think a lot of people understand that. I was talking to this old friend who I don't consider them to be a friend anymore because everybody not your freaking friend. I was really getting into this mode where I was locking in. This was right after they revealed something to me that let me know, that really highlighted to me that they were somebody I can't have part of my program. So I was really locking in. And when I get into that mode, it's a very strange thing. So I'm really trying the best I can to articulate it. But it's like when things come into my awareness, or when I start putting stuff together, or like things just confirm the things that my intuition was already picking up on, I get into this mode. It's not so much like a fuck it, because I told y'all I have a point. I have two different points where I'd be like, fuck it. It's not really much of a fuck it. It's really more like I'm about to lock in. Like I'm about to, now it's time. I'm about to sit back and look at the entire frame, and I'm gonna it's like a puzzle piece. Like I'm just putting everything together, and I just get into this mode where I just lock in. And a lot of times when I lock in, I'm about to go not even extreme solitude, but just know I'm about to excessively pull my energy back. Like just know that I'm about to excessively. And so essentially I was letting this friend know, like, you ain't gonna see me, you ain't gonna hear from me, I'm about to go into isolation. And they were like, well, why do you feel like you need to go into isolation? And I gave her like a little basic answer, because I don't need you to be in my business no more. So a lot of us go into isolation, but a lot of us choose to be loners. Even when we come out of isolation, we choose the life to be loners, because a lot of times we see people play both sides. We see people play both sides. And this became something very apparent to me when I was younger, when I was a kid. When I see my own family members, the people in my family, when I seen them doing that. So growing up, I'm not going to say like I was like the golden child or anything like that, but I was essentially the sibling who, you know, my family, my mom, you know, they got the idea like, okay, she's the responsible one. You know, when it came to like school shopping and they let us handle the money, they would let me handle me and my little sister's money because they noticed like, okay, my little sister, you're reckless. Like like last school, like one school year, she overspent to the point where she actually took some of the money that I was, you know, she took half of my money that was supposed to go towards my school shopping. And so the next school year around, they was like, we're going to let you handle the money because we know that you're responsible, blase, blase. Not only that, you know, I was just very artistic. You know, your family gonna know. Your family gonna know who you are a lot of times before you even know who you are. So I'm not gonna say like I was like put on a pedestal in a way. You know, I was a dancer in school. I was, you know, always trying to get involved in different extracurricular activities, this and the third. So it was kind of like I had that spotlight on me. You know, my sisters and them, they would show up to my concert, my dance concert. They would show up to the band performances during football games to watch me dance. You know, there's like this little spotlight. But the crazy thing about it is there was me and there's my little sister. Now, we the only two that's biologically related in this family. So it was always weird because it was like the shine and the attention was on me. And it's like my little sister wasn't like really getting that. So when something occurred where I essentially ruffled the other family members' feathers, they decided to kind of like discard me and then turn around and put my little sister on a pedestal. And they did this in like the most malicious way. Like they transferred me from a high school. I had essentially been going my entire high school career, high school journey. They transferred me to, mind you, they took me from a B at the time. It was like a B. I don't know if it was like a B plus or B minus, but I know it was a B school. They took me from a B school where I was in honors. I was in AP classes. I had all this stuff going for me at the time. I was doing my my testing so I can get into dual enrollment. They transferred me because I ruffled feathers. I done pissed my siblings off. Especially the main sibling that was like really like investing in me essentially. Transferred me in the middle of my senior year to the school that they had my little sister going to, which was a D school. Transferred me to that school. I graduated. When my little sister's senior year came around, they transferred her to the B school that I spent most of my high school career in. Like they started doing very little malicious, they started doing little things. Because what they were trying to do, something they always wanted to do, was like kind of like cause a wedge between me and my little sister's relationship. And so they would play. I literally watched them play both sides. And, you know, they would even gossip about me and say things about me to my little sister. Now, mind you, my little sister is still my little sister. So at the end of the day, she would like come back and tell me the things that they were saying about me, which really wasn't a surprise, because there was even one point in time I came across the messages and everything for myself about what was being said about me. But anywho, that's one of the main reasons why a lot of us choose to be loners, because we see people play both sides. We see people play both sides. Just like, you know, having certain people who you're friends with in your clique. If I share something with you that I did not share with them, and you go back and you tell them what I told you, you're cut. You're cut. Because that lets me know you got a motor mouth. That lets me know you talk too fucking much. If I didn't tell them, why do you think me telling you was a access card to just let to let everybody else know? There's a reason why they don't know what I told you. People be out here playing both sides, and then they'll play stupid about it too. Y'all think we don't see stuff like this. We do see stuff like this, and that's why we choose to live the life that we live. It ain't because we scorned or we're unhealed or broken, whatever y'all like to say. No, we see what the fuck be going on. And that's why we keep to our motherfucking selves.